And we are live. What is up, everybody, and welcome to is this an After Dark episode?
Aren't they all After Dark episodes basically now?
No,
Is it?
I think most of them will be part of the main show.
Is
Yeah.
this one After Dark?
I think anything that's like explicitly sports related will be part of the main show still.
So what do we think?
I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll call this part of the main show, in which this is episode. I gotta look it up because I hadn't actually made that distinction until now. This is episode 25 of the Hot Stove Podcast. Yeah,
Quarter of a century, dogs.
big quarter centennial over here. Episode 25 of the Hot Stove Podcast. My name is Zach Nunez, and I'm here with my co-hosts.
Big Dick Josh. Blah, blah. Here it is.
What is wrong with you?
What the fuck was that?
Ooh, sticky man.
Boo. Boo this man.
Well,
Boo.
it's Big Dick Austin. Yeah.
I'm Mark, and I have a relatively average size.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Josh has been watching too much Entourage recently.
Yeah.
And we can
Sure.
tell.
Yep. Really
we,
going for it these days.
we can tell with the partially open polo shirt and the snapback that he's wearing.
Damn straight, dude.
Yeah.
I gotta open up another one.
Couple of housekeeping notes. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Hot Stove Pod. That's at Hot Stove Pod on Twitter. And here on the YouTube side, make sure to smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell as well, and leave a comment if you feel like commenting on this video. So moving forward, we're gonna do some random stuff. I guess we're kind of getting into the off period here. So in a couple weeks, we'll do our draft show, and then we'll get into an NBA postseason thing a couple weeks after that. But in the meantime, we'll think of fun and creative and definitely not overdone ideas to have as topics on the show. Maybe we'll do another trivia marathon soon. Who knows? Yeah, indeed. But tonight we got a special topic. We're going to be doing our top 5, and it was a segment that we did once on the radio show. And we kind of did it like in a small segment. This time we're going to make a whole show out of it. And it's going to be our top 5, or not our top 5, our all-time favorite starting 5 in NBA history. I'm open to doing this again for different sports. Just to know, we'll keep that in the back of the noggin. But today we're going to be doing our favorite players at every position in NBA history. Is basically what it is. So we'll have a conversation about that. We'll each bring up our faves, tell some stories, have some laughs, make fun of Mark for having 5 Celtics in his lineup.
I'm not going to. There will be at least one non-Celtic.
It's all right. Mine is all made up of Seattle Supersonics players. So
Mine's gonna be so boring.
yours is just going to be all Pistons. It's just going to be the starting lineup for the 04 Pistons.
It's
Ben
gonna
Wallace
be all
will
good
be
players, and it's gonna be so boring. But
Rip
my best.
Hamilton.
Yeah, mine. I mean, yeah, Greg Anthony is my favorite player of all time. So, yeah. But before we get to that, we got some trivia. Trivia. Shut up! Stop doing that. Trivia.
It
Trivia.
stinks.
Mark, you have a trivia question?
I do.
Then tell us a trivia question.
So
While this loser eats Taco Bell over in the top left.
recently, on Sunday to be exact, JD Martinez hit 3 home runs in a game for the Red Sox.
Yeah, triple dong.
Yeah. Becoming the 5th player in
saw
baseball
this.
history. Oh, you did?
No, I don't know the answer. I know the
Oh,
question
okay.
you're about to ask.
The 5th player to have a 3 home run game for 3 different teams. He did it with Detroit, Arizona, and Boston. I will give you one of the other 4 because none of you will guess Johnny Mize.
I might have gotten there eventually. I've heard that name before.
I don't think you would have guessed Johnny Mize.
Josh
So-
Hamilton.
No, not Josh Hamilton, but I would like you to name the other 3. I don't know if you'll get one of them,
I'll probably
but
get
2
none
of them I think you'll get.
But Jose Reyes.
No.
Gil Badou.
Is Alex Rodriguez one of them?
Alex Rodriguez is one of them. He did it with all
Yeah.
3 teams he played for.
That was my serious guess. And
Wait. Oh,
Too busy saying Akil Badu.
oh,
Too busy saying a rookie.
you could have done it.
Gary Sheffield.
Not Gary Sheffield, but that is a solid guess.
Right.
Mm.
Big Bats.
Joey Bats?
No, I'm thinking Big Bats. Sorry.
Oh, I thought you said Joey Bats.
Well, I'll guess Jose Batista.
No, not Jose Bautista.
Big bats.
Pudge.
No.
Um,
Uh,
I can't even think of good players who played for 3 teams.
One of them might trip you. The other, like, somewhat easy one for you guys might trip you up because people do forget that he played for more than 2 teams.
Oh, Jesus. Barry Bonds.
No, he only played for 2.
Okay, well.
Albert Pujols.
No, he only played for 2.
I'm just naming guys. I know he played for 2, but he told me he might not have.
Willie Mays.
He played for 1. Or no, 2.
Sosa.
No, it's not Sosa. He did play for 3 teams, though.
Do you think that roided piece of shit would have had a 3-homer game for each of those?
Mark, do you think I know that he played for 3 different teams?
No, not at all. I was just confirming that he did play for 3 different
Okay. Okay.
Wow. I mean, this is a question.
I can give you the team that I think you're forgetting he played for.
Yeah, I'd appreciate at least another hint.
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
He played a long time with two teams, and he had a stint in Atlanta where he hit a 3-homer game.
Was it Frank Thomas?
Not Frank Thomas.
Yeah.
More recent.
More recently than Frank Thomas. Is it Josh Donaldson?
It is not, but that's a solid guess. He's not currently active, but he played more recently than Frank Thomas.
Okay. Huh. I can't remember I'm thinking of a guy right now, and I can't remember his name.
You will be able to remember this guy's name.
No. It's a name that I should know, and I just can't think of it.
Mark, I'm going to ask you a question. Should I know who this is? Am I going to be disappointed in myself?
You should know who it is, yes.
Chipper Jones.
Very much played for 1 team.
Had a
Only
little
the Atlanta
stint.
Braves.
He had a little stint with Atlanta.
Damn it. What is the guy's name?
Jones.
What'd you say?
Andrew Jones.
No, not Andrew Jones.
Tom Glavine.
I'll give you. He was a corner infielder.
Okay, so that's not the guy I was thinking of then.
Can you describe the guy you're thinking? I'm very curious.
I'm gonna look him up because I can't remember.
Mike Schmidt.
No.
Ryan Howard.
No, not Ryan Howard.
I'm out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Ryan Howard was who I was thinking of.
He was a
The whole
first
time.
baseman.
You thought you said it. Oh, did you say middle infielder?
No, I said corner, but as soon as I said that, Nunez was like, "Oh, it's not who I'm thinking of."
Oh,
I know. I was thinking of Ryan Howard.
This is another first baseman.
First baseman who had a brief stint with the Braves.
Nunez, this is a name that you should get.
Mark Teixeira.
Yes, it's Mark Teixeira.
Not sure. That guy blows. All right.
He had one with Texas, one with Atlanta, and one with the
That
Yankees.
guy did not play for Atlanta.
You know, he also played for the Angels. Bet you didn't remember that, huh?
Don't.
Yeah.
Are we still looking for the other guy, or are you just gonna tell us?
I'm just gonna tell you it's Dave Kingman.
I would have never gone.
Yeah. He played in the 70s. He was Chris Davis before Chris Davis, and he's one of my dad's favorite players.
Which Chris Davis?
He was Chris Davis with a C before Chris Davis with a C.
So he had one good year, and then he was terrible the rest of his career.
Okay, no, he just struck out a whole lot. More like Mark Reynolds. He was more of a Mark Reynolds type.
Like Miguel Sanu.
Chris Davis has quite literally had one good season.
He's had 2. He had
Sure.
another year with 40.
And he's been worse than Zach Greinke the rest of it. That's not an understatement. Zach Greinke's career.
I know.
batting-
I'm the one that brought that stat up on the
No,
show.
yeah, Mark knows. Zach Greinke's career batting stats since Chris Davis's last 40 home run season are better than Chris Davis's batting stats over that time.
It's one of my favorite stats of all time.
Yeah.
Not after this year, baby.
No, he actually. I mean, has he played? He hasn't played a game this year yet.
No.
No, he's
don't
on the
think he did.
roster. Very much hasn't been in the lineup.
All right. Well, that guy blows chunks. So we are going to get to my trivia questions, which might be a little easier to get. Excuse me. I got 3 baseball questions and a basketball question before we get started. So we'll start with the baseball questions here. First one has to do with exit velocity. How hard dudes hitting the ball and that kind of stuff. So there are 10 hitters in baseball who have a batted ball over 115 miles per hour this year.
Mm-hmm.
3 of them have multiple batted balls over 115 miles an hour. I want you to tell me who those 3 players are.
It's
Nelson
Shohei
Cruz.
Ohtani.
Mark got one of them. Shohei Ohtani has 2. Yes. Nelson Cruz is incorrect.
Wow. I thought for
Um,
sure that line drive homer that he hit.
I mean, he might be one of the ones with 1. He doesn't have.
Oh,
one.
yeah. True.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, that one was 190 miles an hour, so I think that should count for this question. Yeah, I did see Ohtani hit a 119 mile an hour double the other night after
Yes.
that.
To go with the
homer he
home
hit
run
that
that he
was
hit at the first
115.
pitch that he saw on that Sunday night baseball opening weekend.
Yeah. Judge,
Nope.
he's always a good guess for exit velocity.
So I'll give you a hint. Both of these remaining players are outfielders.
Adam Duvall.
Incorrect.
I really like that guess.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Austin, you are correct. And let me give you a stat here about Giancarlo Stanton. Numbers haven't been great so far this year. But it's not for lack of, hitting the ball hard. He's hitting 167 so far this year. Giancarlo Stanton has 5 batted balls over 115 miles an hour this season. The rest of those hitters, the rest of the 10 hitters, the 9 other hitters who have those batted balls have 11 combined.
Mhm.
Giancarlo Stanton has 5 by himself.
Unreal.
So
Trout.
Mike Trout is incorrect. The other one is a National League outfielder.
Acuna.
No.
Oh, I thought that was.
Should Mark get this one?
Why would it be partial to Mark?
Is it Mookie?
No, it's not Mookie Betts. You could have just asked, is it Mookie Betts?
What?
I've brought this guy up on the show as a y'all must have forgot kind of candidate for 2021.
Yelich?
Bryce Harper.
Not Christian Yelich. The answer is Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper has 2 such balls so far this year. All right.
Every time he hits a
Next
home
question.
run, it's got to be 120 miles an hour. He always only hits nukes.
Yeah,
That's true.
this is true. He doesn't get cheated.
Next question. Justin Turner seems to be a perennial. I'd like to interject here. I just saw a stat on the Yankees broadcast here. The Yankees now have the most strikeout. The Yankees pitchers now have the most strikeouts in a team's first 10 games in MLB history.
How many does Tyone have tonight?
Oh, I don't know. He's already out of the game. But as a team, they're through 6 1/3 against Toronto. They have 121 strikeouts. This is game number 10 on the season.
Jeez.
Yeah. That's neither here nor there. Justin Turner, seemingly perennially underrated as a third baseman. Justin Turner, I don't know his actual stat about his number behind this, but there's only one corner infielder with a higher batting average than Justin Turner since the start of 2017?
Anthony Rendon.
Incorrect. That's a good guess though.
That's who I was gonna guess.
So I'll give you a hint right off the bat so I can steer you in the right direction. This player no longer plays in the corner infield. He is a middle infielder now.
Machado.
Incorrect. He has moved from middle infield to the corner infield.
I thought he went in. All right.
Well, he did go corner to middle and then back to corner.
God damn it.
Still, not Manny Machado.
Now plays middle infield.
Yeah. He was never a primary corner fielder, but he's played enough games at third base to count for this.
It's batting here.
And I'll also say he has not played that entire timeline. He made his major league debut in 2018.
Is it I've got to remember his name. Nunez from Baltimore, Renato Nunez.
Renato Nunez, that is not correct.
He's the one who hit like 320 last year, right? Or was that
No,
Hanser Alberto?
that's Hanser Alberto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Renato Nunez.
I always get those two
guy.
confused.
Yeah,
I always get those two confused.
Wow.
We
got nothing.
I got nothing. I'm drawing blanks.
Currently plays
Give
in
us
the
a
National League.
I'm shooting blanks, Austin.
Yep, National League middle infield.
What the?
Yeah, I can't think of who it is.
Are we all giving up here?
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'm out.
All right. Now the answer, with a 316 batting average over the course of his MLB career, like I said, he debuted in 2018, is Jeff McNeil.
Oh, duh.
I
McNeil.
just watched
Yeah,
this
see-
son of a bitch get a base hit. Literally just now watching the game. Bastard.
The thing with McNeil, like the reason I didn't think of him is you could have said plays left field, plays first, plays second,
primarily a second baseman.
Yeah. I didn't realize he had that many innings at third either. I never thought of him as a corner guy. That's
To be fair, he's played 44 career games at third base in 3 seasons. So the minimum was 1,000 PAs. He just crossed that at the end of last season.
Okay.
Next one is about combo meals. Are you guys familiar with what combo meals in baseball are?
Maybe.
It's a term that I've taken from the Fantasy Focused Baseball podcast. A combo meal is a game in which someone hits a home run and steals a base.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to talk about combo meals, and we're going to talk about combo meals by catchers.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 catcher combo meals in the year 2020. Why don't you tell me what catchers did that?
Wilson Contreras,
Incorrect.
Christian Vasquez.
Also incorrect. Even though he is the only catcher with a combo meal so far this season.
Yeah, that's why I guessed that. Real Muto.
Nope. You're thinking way too high.
Salvador Perez.
Salvador Perez is one of them. That's true.
He stole
Salvador
a
Perez
base.
has like 5 career stolen bases. And he did have a combo meal last year in 2020. Yes.
Yeah, I was just thinking of guys that are like athletic and can move a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, Josh just guessed a catcher and happened to.
Yeah.
I had him on my fantasy team last year.
And
Oh,
do you remember
the one time he
one
hit
of
a
his
home run
6
and stole a
career
base?
stolen bases?
No, I remembered his name. Similarly to how I didn't know that Sammy Sosa had only played for like 1 or 2 teams, Mark, or 3 teams.
Yeah, he played for 3 teams.
Yeah. So Salvador Perez was one of them.
Mitch Garver.
Incorrect.
Woo.
Are all of them still active this year?
Yes, both of the 2 remaining ones are the starting catcher for the same team this year as they were last year.
Okay, so it's not Jeff Mathis.
Who?
That's who I was ruling out with that one.
Gary Sanchez.
It's certainly not Gary Sanchez.
You said they're both starting catchers still?
Yes.
Okay.
They're both the primary catchers for their team.
I was gonna guess Joey Bart, but
Hear me out. Hear me out. It's been around for the longest. If anyone could still produce a combo meal last year, Yadier Molina.
It is not Yadier Molina.
Hit me!
Wow, I mean, what are we talking about here? Oh, Yasmani Grandal? He doesn't play on the same team, does he?
yes, he does.
He does, but that is an incorrect answer.
Uh,
I only know one more catcher, so I'll throw his
Travis Darnode?
It's not Darno. What, Josh?
Tucker Barnhart.
It's also not Tucker Barnhart.
That's it. That's my catcher
All
now.
right.
I'm out.
So the last two, one American League, one National League.
Like, is Kurt Suzuki?
Incorrect, but they both play. They play in the same respective region in the different leagues. I won't tell you which division it is because that kind of whittles it down. But like they play in the respective. They play in the same respective division of the other league, so they would have played each other last year.
Austin Murphy? Or Austin, no,
Ryan. Wait, no,
Austin
wait,
Nola.
What?
Not
Who's
Austin.
that? Who's that
I-
bum? He's not a
Catcher
starter.
for the Padres.
He's not a starter. That guy's a bum.
I mean, he would be if he
Francisco
weren't
Cervelli.
injured in the moment. Francisco Cervelli, I don't think he played last year.
No. Sean Murphy?
Also incorrect. That guy sucks.
Did we already say Will Smith?
We did not, but Will Smith is also incorrect.
What the hell?
Bill Myers.
Will Myers? Is that what you just said?
Myers.
No. Kyle Schwarber. No.
This is my next guess.
I'm struggling to. Jorge Alfaro?
Mark, you are correct. Jorge Alfaro
Oh,
is a catcher with a combo meal in 20.
Right, is the other one Jan Gomes? Or
No,
they.
one is not Jan Gomes.
Josh, I'd pay you $10 to tell me who that guy
So-
plays for.
Jan Gomes.
No,
Who'd
the other guy that I don't know who he plays for.
Jorge
Jorge
Alfaro.
Alfaro.
Jorge Alfaro. Alfaro. I'm feeling it right now. Okay. I'm getting the juices going. He's a twin.
No.
I
No.
also would have known if he was a twin. Damn it.
Yeah, isn't that Mitch Garver?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Mitch Garver.
I don't know.
Jorge
Marlins.
Alfaro plays for the Marlins.
Oh!
Second guess. Wow. I mean,
Who the hell's the catcher for the Orioles?
I don't know, but if you knew who it was, that'd be the correct answer.
Yeah, I know.
Ryan Mountcastle.
He's a first baseman.
Oh my god.
No, it's not Chance Cisco either.
I see score.
Damn it! That's what I was gonna guess.
Not him.
Oh, the other one.
Yes, the other one.
Can I phone a friend?
If you phone a friend, you
Pablo
get half a point.
Torres.
It's Pedro Severino.
Mark, you're correct. It is
Yes,
Pedro
that's it.
Severino. There were 3 catcher combo meals in 2020. Salvador Perez, Pedro Severino, and Jorge Alfaro. Only one so far this year, and it's been Christian Vasquez.
God, that was. I should have gotten Pedro quicker. He used to catch for the Chiefs.
Yeah. And Kansas City Chiefs? He's a
Yeah,
wide
the-
receiver?
The Syracuse Chiefs.
Oh, interesting. All right. Next one should be easier. It should be easier. It's a basketball question here. Excuse me. All right. In the last 7 years in the NBA, since like the 2014 season, something like that,
Okay.
since then, there are only 2 players in the NBA who have more steals than fouls within reason of a certain like minutes limit or like a certain minutes requirement. Like it can't be some loser who plays 2 minutes a season.
Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard is one.
Paul George.
Incorrect. Good guess though.
Rudy Gobert.
Also incorrect. Does that guy steal balls?
He's good for a few. I don't know.
Couple two tree.
I feel like
Matisse
this guy
Thybulle?
fouls too much. But Giannis,
You say Matisse Thybulle?
Yes.
Incorrect. And Giannis is also incorrect.
Man, Matisse Thybulle's a thief, man.
The problem is that when you get to players that are that high usage, they're just going to naturally turn the ball over more.
Keldon Johnson.
It's not Keldon Johnson.
Chris Paul?
Not Chris Paul.
DeJounte Murray.
Not DeJounte Murray.
Austin would have got it immediately if it was.
Russell Westbrook?
Ha ha ha.
What?
Funny guy.
Has he ever stolen a basketball?
Has he ever not turned it over 7 times a game?
Wait,
I just keep thinking about Austin's team in fantasy. He's got all steal.
What Mark, what were you confused about?
wait. You keep mentioning it's fouls and steals, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's steals, more steals than fouls. Yeah. my
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say
I
you
was
mentioned
thinking
turnovers
I had
a couple
turnovers
times.
in my head
And
the
I'm
whole
like,
time. Yeah, no. It's more steals than fouls.
Jimmy Butler.
Also, you're correct.
yep.
Oh,
In the last 7 years,
I just
there are
went on
only
a
2
fantasy
players
team.
in the NBA with more steals than fouls, and that's Jimmy Butler and Kawhi Leonard.
Jaylen Brown was going to be my next guess.
Yeah. So that's a fun fact, isn't it?
No.
Well, all right.
That was very fun at all. I didn't.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for being cheery about that. So we're gonna look at the standings here for trivia. Mark has over the last couple weeks has taken a dominant position in first place at 82 points. Josh is in second with 65 points. He's 17 points behind Mark coming into the middle of April here. Austin has 60 points. So he's just behind Josh in third place. All right. Let's get into our topic for the evening. We're going to be talking about our all-time favorite players in NBA history at each position. Right? Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center. You understand the positions, right?
Heard of him.
Heard of them. I mean, I guess we disagree on which one Ben Simmons plays. He'd probably be my favorite point guard of all time, but
He's definitely my favorite shooting guard of all time.
shut up.
Yeah, I like him as a power forward.
Don't get me started. All right. We're gonna talk about this. So who wants? I think we'll start. Let's start at the small man, or do you guys want to start at the big man and work small?
Nah, let's start with the small guy. Give him reps. Yeah.
I can't say it like that because it doesn't have to be a small man to be a point. You don't have to be a small man to be a point guard. Not all point guards are small.
This is true.
Really? I thought everyone was just sorted by height. And that's how
Yeah,
you
that's
get
what I
a
heard. Your position is determined by what height you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Magic Johnson must have been a small forward. He was 6'8". Makes sense, right?
Where's Connor? Where's Connor when you need him?
Connor,
He's off shooting Iraqi.
that is okay. So I've heard Connor make some dumb arguments. That might be the dumbest. Except the one about Brazilians not. No, I won't say the rest of it. Austin knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me this one off air. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I think Austin and Josh know what I'm talking about. But that was the dumbest one. But the one about positions being determined by height, also very stupid. Anyways, who wants to go first? Tell me about their favorite point guard in NBA history.
And this is a lock for me.
Yeah,
Probably Rajon Rondo.
It's not Rondo. I love Rondo, but it's not
Bob Coos.
This guy is significantly worse than Rajon Rondo. Like, so much worse. The Mormon, Jimmer Fredette.
Bang.
I love Jim. I loved him at BYU. He's from Glens Falls. Like, I unironically adore Jimmer Fredette as a basketball player. I followed the Shanghai Sharks a little bit.
They screwed me last night. They screwed me.
If you are actually betting on Chinese league basketball, you should.
I threw in a 3-teamer the other night. Okay.
You need to be shot.
Sharks.
All right. Mark, do you have a Jimmer Fredette jersey?
I do. I have a Shanghai Sharks Jimmer Fredette jersey.
Right. I remember that. I remember you telling me
Yeah.
about that. It was like one of the first conversations that Mark and I ever had.
Yeah, because I think you like wore a jersey to class or something. I was like, hey, nice jersey. I just bought one myself. Like,
yeah.
But that's a jersey that like people were like, oh, that's funny. You know, you got the Shanghai Sharks jersey. I also have a tank top that says the Mormon Megalodon on it with a picture of Jimmer Fredette playing for the Sharks. Like,
that's a pretty bad nickname. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's
great. I love it. I love that.
I think it's incredible.
It's pretty dumb.
But ever since I was just enamored with Jimmer Fredette when I was a kid. I'm like, who is this 6'1" white guy who shoots from half court 16 times a game?
You know, a lot of people think that Curry modeled his game after Jimmer.
I would say so. I mean, I think Steph Curry.
Didn't Curry get drafted before Jimmer Fredette?
Shush. We don't discuss facts on this show, Nunez. This is not a show about
wait
facts.
A second. Curry got drafted in like 09 or something like that. I was like, what the hell happened here?
No, but when you told me right before we started the show that this was our topic for the night, that was like,
Mark,
all right.
If there's one thing that Mark doesn't like to do, it's prepare. Right?
I usually prepare a little bit.
Don't worry, I'm looking mine up now.
Blind, but
Josh is looking up. Josh is Googling 5 basketball players.
I Googled most popular NBA players in history.
I love Jimmer. He was a guy that I would always like when doing like 2K franchise mode. I would always like go in and edit his stats to be a 99 overall and put him on my team.
It's like Josh a couple years ago with Furkan Korkmans, right?
Oh yeah, big time. Always had to get 4 mile.
But yeah, love Jimmer. Loved him since I was a kid, and I think he's a 3-time Chinese Basketball Association MVP. So throw some spec on Jimmer's name.
Dude, I saw a TikTok earlier today that was talking about like it was like where are they now with like the 2010 draft class or something like that. And there was one dude that I'd never heard of who averaged like 3 points a game over 2 seasons in the NBA. He was drafted by the Wizards. And then he just dipped and won like EuroLeague MVP or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to go look him up. Give me 1 second. But Austin, why don't you start talking while I go look this up?
Oh, this is going to be a tough choice. Wow. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I could go to the Nunez route here. You know, everyone knows the easy route here. I think that's what I'm going to do. The player who got me into basketball, Chauncey Billups. You know, the early 2000s Pistons. What got me into basketball? It's my favorite team now. That guy was the Steph Curry before Steph Curry. You know, when threes weren't fun, he was still shooting them, okay? When teams are scoring 80 a game, he was still wasting his breath throwing 3-pointers up, okay? So you know what? That's my guy. I was debating between him and another Piston, which you can't. I'd like to think he goes down as a Piston, Allen Iverson, but I ended up going with Chauncey Billups.
Yeah, feel free to bring in honorable mentions if you have them, people that you considered as well.
I'll have a few at the end.
I just like to say that the guy I was thinking of is Jan Vasily.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Mark, big Jan Vasily.
Yep. Huge Jan Vasily guy.
Drafted 6th overall by the Wizards in 2011. He played 3 seasons in the NBA and averaged 3.6 points per game during that time, and has since moved on and won EuroLeague MVP. So good for him. Josh.
Okay. Well, I'm debating right now. This position does not matter. Like, this would have been the same no matter what. But I'm I'm seeing a trend in my best bet, in my favorite. But I think it'd just be unheard of to actually.
The 2021 Knicks. That's the trend.
No. Au contraire, my friend. You'll see where it goes. But this is the only basketball jersey I technically own. So like I feel like this has to be on my favorite players of all time. This is the answer, Austin. I didn't keep him out of this one. It's AI. I mean, just balls. Since the day, I mean, he's just clips for clips with practice, and then stepping over a guy. I mean, that's how you make an impression on
A guy, Tyronn Lue.
Yeah, who cares about him? Who's
A guy.
All right.
some punk? I mean, that's how you make an impression. So, AI, chalk it up, baby. Keep rocking.
All right, cool. I'm currently still my list isn't finished. I haven't figured it out yet. I've been thinking about it all day. But I do have an answer for my favorite point guard of all time. And I think I went with this. I kind of went with players I like watching the most, or at least like because I didn't start watching basketball until like the early 2010s, really.
Okay.
So players at least that I've like gone back and watched highlights of, and have become God, the fucking cheese.
I was gonna say when you left, I was gonna say everyone here mac and cheese or Domino's.
It's Domino's this time.
Yeah, it is Domino's this time.
So I'm gonna go with players that like I've gone back. Some of them are current players that I'm talking about. Actually, none of them are current players. I literally just lied to you. But the players that I actually either watched play or have gone back and watched play, and I've really admired their play style and players that I love. So my answer for point guard is Steve Nash, the sauciest white boy to ever play the point guard position. Move over John Havlicek. I don't care if you have not John Havlicek, John Stockton. Move over John Stockton. Don't care if you have the assist record. Steve Nash might just be the best passer of the basketball that I've ever seen play the sport in my life. If you go watch the highlights from those 04 Suns teams, or that 04 Suns team, like that early development of the 7 seconds offense with him and Amari Stoudemire, that man made magic happen on the court every single night. And I've never seen a dude from South Africa have so much swag.
South African?
He was born in South Africa, correct.
Vintage Nunez.
He's Canadian though, isn't he? Like, aren't his
He
parents
was born in
Canadian?
South Africa, moved to Canada as a young child.
Yeah. I'm just gonna mention this guy now because if you're talking about saucy point guards with their passing ability, and you're not talking about white chocolate Jason Williams, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't care. Did Jason Williams win 2 MVPs?
I love Steve Nash. Like, he was also going to be on my honorable mentions. I love Steve Nash, but
did Steve Nash deserve both his MVPs?
Probably not, but he won them.
Okay.
Touche.
Um,
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
It's funny every time.
It really is.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to shooting guard here.
Mark, do you want to go again, or are you too busy shoving a garlic knot?
No, we'll go the same order.
Okay.
I'm going to go the Austin route. This is a guy that helped get me into NBA basketball, and that is Ray Allen. Loved watching Ray Allen on those Celtics teams. That's really that championship team was what got me into the NBA. So I sort of took Austin's route here and with his Chauncey Billups pick. Also, he had like the horniest tweets of all time, which are very funny to me looking back at those.
He has the horniest tweets. Go back and look at Kendrick Nunn's tweets from back in like 2016 or something like that.
Have you ever seen the Ray Allen tweet?
No, I haven't.
If your children are listening, you might want to
turn it up. Let them hear what a real man talks like.
I'm trying to find a picture that's like not cut off because Google Images is like, no, you can't look at this entire thing.
Was it sent to a woman?
It was. Here we go.
Did he at someone? Like, yo, baby.
No at. This is it doesn't say a date, but it was a while ago. I'm getting there. I can't believe I'm about to read this out loud. I'm getting there. When you masturbate, think about my tongue or your clit and switching back and forth from my dick to my tongue.
tweeted that?
He tweeted that. The funniest thing of all time.
Never mind.
Dude.
That absolutely tops Kendrick Nunn's tweet of everybody horny. I'm liking what I see. Or
Also, much respect to Ray Allen. Dude fucks. Wants to make sure his woman gets off. Good for him.
what about this other Kendrick Nunn tweet from 2011? Hose wasn't talking shit when that motherfucker was in that mouth.
That's a good one.
At none better on Twitter. Don't play this episode around your children. All right.
Yeah, it makes it. This has got to have the NSFW label
You're
on
supposed
it.
to warn them before.
Well,
Can we get one of those parental advisory explicit content things at the bottom of our stamp on YouTube?
This contains sex
I mean,
and
we could.
nudity.
Yeah.
yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Austin, why don't you tell me what's up?
All right. This one is another big debate. This player is technically not a he is a point guard. He's technically not a shooting guard, but he did play shooting guard in his career for a short change of time. Honorable mention, Kobe Bryant. Who cares about him? We're going with shooting guard Jose Calderon, another former Piston. This guy is elite. You ever play with this guy in 2K? Oh my God. When this guy was a Knick in 2014, oh man, you could shoot from anywhere on the court. You could do whatever you wanted. He stole every pass, stole every ball. I mean, basically, he's my favorite shooting guard out of purely 2K. I mean, this guy was insane, and then he came to Detroit. Well, he apparently was in Detroit for 28 games in 2013. Missed that memo. But in 2018-19, old man, like 90-year-old Jose Calderon showed up, got the starting gig for like 20 games in Detroit. He showed out. He averaged 2 points a game. You can't hate that. By the way, he averaged 2 points a game and averaged over 2 3-point attempts a game. That's pretty difficult to do.
He also owns the record for the highest single season free throw percentage in NBA history.
98.1%.
Let's practice, kids.
He also had
I've
a
done a
season.
trivia question on the show before.
He also had a season where he shot 1,000%, but he only played 25 games. So
Yeah.
let that be known.
I learned yesterday that Curry has the highest free throw percentage in NBA history.
Dell?
No, Steph Curry. It's like 91%, I think.
Did you say Seth?
Yeah, Seth Curry. No, Surf Curry.
Seth Curry also
Surf
a good
Curry.
honorable mention for this because I loved watching him play at Duke, and then he tore his ACL, and then he sucked for like his first 3 years in the NBA. So
Now he's good again. So
now he's good again. But Jose Calderon, we're gonna keep the Pistons trend going.
do you have any honorable mentions?
It was Kobe and that loser I just said. Seth
Oh yeah, I
Curry.
forgot. My bad.
Okay. So I'm thinking about a little theme here. The next two are tough because Georgetown basketball hasn't really produced what you would call studs at the 2 and 3.
So was your theme Georgetown basketball here?
It was gonna be, but Sleepy Floyd and Otto Porter Jr. just can't do it. Otto Porter was huge, but honestly, he's just been a bust with all the injuries in the NBA. So it's hard to root for him at this point. Like I have him on my fantasy team, I'll draft him every time I get there, but dude just cannot stay healthy. He was sick in college, so that'd be an honorable mention.
Good player when he's on the court.
Yeah, very good. So, anyways, at the 2, not to copy along with you either, Mark, but Ray Allen for me too. That 2008-ish Celtics team totally got me into the game as well. The little that I liked the game, and so Ray Allen was cool, especially on that team. Probably my favorite from the team. Paul Pierce always got all the hype. I felt like as a scorer, but honestly, I was never impressed by watching him. Like he just looked unathletic in every
Well,
game.
that's because he was.
Yeah, it was disgusting to watch. But I just loved the old man just sitting in a corner, waiting for a shot. Electric, automatic, seal it up. Ray Allen, fun to watch. Yeah.
It kills me that Ray Allen's most famous moment comes when he was playing for my
As a Heat.
second least favorite team.
Tough shit loser. All right. It's one of the greatest shots in NBA history. Have some respect.
I absolutely agree. I 100% agree. It had to come for the fuck. If he made that for any team that wasn't the Heat or Lakers, I would have been like, hell yeah. But
Wah. I'm Mark. I don't like the fact that LeBron babied my favorite franchise for 15 years. Wah.
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't like that Mickey got bailed out by Ray Allen.
Those little Mickey tweets were hilarious.
Now they need to be stopped, but they were funny at the beginning.
Yeah. It should come as no surprise that my favorite shooting guard of all time is Dwayne Wade. There's a 0.0% chance that it was going to be anybody else. It's he's a 1B in terms of my favorite basketball players of all time. And we'll cover the other one again, as I've mentioned 100 times on this show. But it's my favorite player from my favorite team. He's one of the players that got me into basketball, and I've loved him ever since. Even the Chicago year and the Cleveland half year. Dwayne Wade is someone that I've always followed very closely and continue to after with what he's done off the court now in his retirement. So special man, special career. I will forever have a place in my sports heart for Dwayne Wade, one of my favorite athletes of all time. Honorable mention is one of my favorite players to watch currently in the NBA, and that's DeMar DeRozan. I don't know why. I love watching it, and maybe it's my love for Dwayne Wade, right? They have very similar play styles. In the fact that DeMar DeRozan probably currently is still one of the best mid-range shooters in the game. He doesn't do too much else great, but especially in his prime Toronto days, that guy was a wonder to watch. Oh, also point guard, honorable mention for point guard. I forgot to mention Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is like the most fun player that doesn't play for the Miami Heat that I enjoy watching. You know, obviously my favorite player currently is Jimmy Butler. That's currently playing at the moment. But my favorite player outside of the Miami Heat currently has got to be Damian Lillard. I don't know why I didn't mention him.
I probably have 25 favorite players before I get to a Piston.
You're telling me you don't like Isaiah
No.
Stewart, Rochester native?
Isaiah Stewart could be up there, but that's it. I mean,
He's a baller.
joke.
Shout out to Isaiah Stewart, Bishop Kearney graduate.
Oh my gosh, Nunez, I blew it.
What'd you do?
I blew it.
What'd you blow?
Sviatoslav Mikhailuk.
Oh,
Shooting
damn
guard.
it.
Shooting guard.
Now we got to restart the podcast.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, let it be known, podcast listeners, you heard that wrong. It wasn't actually Jose Calderon. It was Sviatoslav Mikhailuk.
Okay. Austin, when are you going to give us that let it be known data?
Oh, I have it.
Okay.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll
Yeah,
say that.
let's do that at a different time. But
Yeah, that's fine. Don't
All
share with me some of the data. Just for a quick fun, I believe I was 0 for 7 on Let It Be Known. It's something ridiculous.
Nice.
It's something bad.
Nice. All right. Mark, why don't you tell me who your favorite small forward in NBA history is?
So I'm gonna do a little position swapping here with the next one I get to. No, not for this one, but the next one I get to would normally be in this spot, but I'm gonna go with Melo.
So I'll assume that your power forward. Never mind, I won't spoil it, but I know what it is.
Yeah, you probably do. But yeah, I'm going with Melo at the 3. It's yes thing.
Yes, Josh.
I feel like I don't have to explain that really. And Josh, just did give away my.
Josh is dying.
But yeah, give me Carmelo. I love that he's still in the league and still actually contributing. Like, it would be one thing if he was Udonis Haslemming this and playing 3 minutes a game for.
You shut up about El Capitan. All right?
Oh, let's take it easy
Shut
there
your
for Nunez's
goddamn
favorite
mouth.
power forward. Okay,
About
let's take it
Udonis
easy.
Haslem. I'll hear no slander about the Cavs.
No, I'm just saying, but Melo is still contributing. It's just him and LeBron from that 03 class.
You could have
now.
said
And
anybody else. Udonis Haslem.
I will never slander Vince Carter, but he was the other one I was thinking of.
He's not even in the league anymore. Have some respect, you bitch.
I'm just using examples of guys who are just on the roster. Like it wasn't even real slander.
Ben McLemore. He's like Ben McLemore. I'm kidding. Ben McLemore sucks.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Facts, dude. That guy's a bum.
He's not
But,
very good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm an SU fan. Carmelo was in the league. Won a championship with Carmelo. Never won one before.
Where's
Stan
Fab Mello on your most favorite role?
If we had a favorite dead players list, he'd be very high up there.
My God. Rest in peace, Fab Mello.
Big rest in peace to Fab Mello.
Yeah, dude. Next week we gotta do favorite dead. Nobody can pick Kobe because everyone would pick Kobe.
Top 5.
You can't pick Kobe.
Next week's list is going to be top 5 favorite dead athletes of all time.
I love it.
I think this is a
incredibly
list we
poor
should do.
taste, but we'll do it anyways. Mine's just going to be Fab Mello 5 times over. Austin, why don't you tell me who your favorite small forward is? I think I know who it is, but why don't you tell me who it is?
I don't. How do you know? Oh, you think it's no. Well, actually, you might know who it is. Actually,
Yeah.
it's. I'm gonna go with the best small forward of all time. No debate. Not even close. If the aliens came down and had to play a one-on-one basketball game, and we had to choose someone to go score on them, beat them 11-zip.
Iguodala.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be Kevin Durant.
Just the most unreal looking athlete I've ever seen. He's just a giant creature that can also just cross people up, hit spin move, fadeaway jumpers. It's just disgusting. He's not even a human being. I don't know. Texas alum. I mean, there's nothing to not like about him other than he's soft. But I got hard players coming up soon, so
He's a little less than soft. I mean, he's had time to go at people on Twitter recently. I've respected that.
Oh yeah, that was yeah. He's gotten in a great exchange recently. I don't know. I mean, we've shared a lot on this podcast. I don't know if we can share that.
Him and Michael Rappaport. I was even more so talking about the fact that he was dunking on Shannon Sharp today for being a bitch.
Oh,
That was very funny.
I know he pushed back on. There was pushback on him, like
Shannon Sharp was basically lying about what Kevin Durant said on air, and then Kevin Durant called him out on it, and Shannon Sharp was like, "I'm not going to talk to you about this now. If you want to talk about it in private, then we can do that." And Kevin Durant basically responded like, "Dog, you just said something wrong on TV. You can own up to that in public."
yeah.
And Shannon did not want to do that. So,
Yeesh.
He's got some fun tweets back in the day too.
oh, he really does.
Oh yeah.
Let me see if I can. I can't remember. Well, I will find some of them.
All right, you find that. As far as my small forwards, again, Otto Porter, honorable mention. Another honorable mention, which should probably actually be the favorite, but whatever. Vince Carter would be an honorable mention. And then my actual favorite small forward of all time. And this one, wrap your head around this one. Sean Marion.
Nice.
Sean Marion.
Yes.
Dude's jump shot.
Yes.
It is so weird. I remember making fun of Junior all the time, Austin, because he shoots the ball just like a friggin' chest pass at the
Dude.
It's
I
absurd.
also got the ball like Sean Marion until I got in the lab this last summer and remade my jump shot. That's a 0% lie. I shot like Sean Marion my entire life until this past summer where I changed the whole thing.
You got
Dude,
the
Sean
lab.
Marion.
Yeah, I got in the lab
revolutionized.
and I shoot like a normal human now.
Sean Marion revolutionized shitty basketball kids all across the nation.
Yes.
Jumper.
Absolutely. Fun fact for you, Sean Marion was one of my honorable mentions. You'll see a trend in this list is my love for the 04 Suns and this was Mike D'Antoni teams. And Sean Marion is absolutely a part of that. My other honorable mentions were Kevin Durant as well. I have so much fun watching him play. It's the most automatic bucket that you can find in the NBA today. Playing with the second most automatic bucket you can find in the NBA, James Harden. They're on the same team together, so that's fun. And then my other one is Kawhi Leonard. I like the fact that he's legitimately just a robot on the court. I don't understand I don't understand how good he is. Like I get it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to grasp.
Yeah, like I said, he is like legitimately just a muscular robot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. But
Scarlett Johansson, I will drink your bathwater.
did Kevin Durant tweet that?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't think I've seen that one before.
Hashtag random.
My favorite one is the classic hashtag you ever. And mind you, this was during his 4th year in the NBA. This was 2010 that he tweeted this. Hashtag you ever wake up in the middle of the night and think about a girl you like or starting to like, and then sit at the edge of your bed and say, "Damn, I want her." Tweeted by Kevin Durant.
Next week is favorite dead athletes. The week after that
His favorite athlete tweets.
Yeah, favorite tweets by
Dead or alive. Dead or alive.
dead or alive. Yeah.
My number one is obviously going to be Mitchell Trubisky. I love to kiss titties.
Oh yeah, that's a
No.
fantastic tweet.
No takers for my foot rub, so I'm gonna soak them in hot grits.
Dude, Kevin Durant is really funny. Really funny guy.
Oh man.
But my answer is, of course, it's Vince Carter. Like, he's my favorite basketball player of all time. He's the guy that got me into the sport. I still have like the little baby jersey that I had. It's framed somewhere at my house. I had one of those old school Raptors jerseys. Everything I like about the game of basketball is almost entirely owed to Vince Carter. And the fact that he played his entire career, my entire life until this is the first season that I've this year is the first basketball season that I've ever watched that hasn't had Vince Carter in it. It's crazy to think about. So it'll be fun when he gets inducted in the Hall of Fame in a few years. It'll be a fun time. Like I said, he made basketball cool in Canada. And the game of basketball would not be the same if it weren't for Vince Carter.
I agree.
And what he did for it, even though one of the best players ever to never win a ring. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I love Vince Carter. I'll never not love Vince Carter. Shout out.
I didn't mention absolutely an honorable mention for me as well. I just like you, Nunez. I loved Vince Carter growing up. I mean, I think I watched that 2000 dunk contest like twice a month. Just unreal. That and the Olympic dunk.
That's my favorite dunk of all time, where he cleared a 7-footer. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not the honey dip. The honey dip was from the dunk contest. There's a dunk from he dunked over some random European guy in the Olympics in 2000.
Is that when his like balls dragged on his head?
Over his head, because he jumped clear over a 7-foot tall man. He said afterwards that he thought he ducked, which is why he was able to jump over him. He did not duck. He just jumped over him.
Yeah.
I'll find the picture and I'll send it to the hot stove chat so you can see it. Wow. But Austin or Mark, why don't you tell us about power forwards?
Yeah, Josh gave it away. It is a player for the Atlanta Hawks. It is Dominique Wilkins.
It's not Josh.
No, it's Larry Bird.
Josh Smith was a baller. I'm sorry.
He was a baller. That's true. That's true.
Larry Bird was just incredible. My favorite highlights to go back and watch are Larry Bird highlights, because you just see like the passing ability, and it's like, wait, this dude's 6'10", and he's like, my favorite are the little tip passes he would do. Like, he would like go to get a rebound, and just as soon as he touches the ball, it's in someone else's hands, because all he had to do was go like that. He would make a perfect pass every time.
Dude, I love that Larry Bird was like the cockiest man to ever play basketball.
Oh yeah,
That's like this ugly ass white dude from Indiana.
The walking into the locker room before the 3-point contest and saying which one of y'all is going to finish second is,
and then never taking warm-ups.
Yeah, never taking the warm-ups off. It's just unreal.
Or the game where he scored 40 left-handed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was against the Cavs.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy was sick.
There was one. Did I tell you guys the Sean Kemp story?
I think I know it, but recite it for us.
Yeah, it was Sean Kemp's rookie year, and they were playing the Celtics, and Bird was on the Celtics, and they were like talking to each other before the game. He was like, "Hey, is your brother that kid that dunked on my brother, or are you the guy that dunked on my brother in high school all the time?" He was like, "Yeah, I played against your brother." And he was like, "All right, I got something for you." And he dropped like 48 points on Sean Kemp.
Yeah. The game, by the way, was Valentine's Day, 1986. Larry Bird scored 47 points with his left hand against the Portland Trailblazers.
It was the Trailblazers, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, not the Cavs.
Yeah.
Baller, dude.
He was so sick, dude. Like,
And Josh, you just saw the picture that I sent to the Hot Stove chat. What's your
Oh
reaction?
yeah, just straight up clears. Good Lord.
Yeah, I'll pull it up for those viewing at home if they have not seen it. I will share my screen to show you guys. Austin, why don't you start telling us who your favorite power forward of all time is?
This is tough for me. I got a lot of sliding around, a lot of maneuvering going on, and then I didn't, and then I did, and then I didn't. Honorable mention here is going to be Dennis Rodman. Troll, just an absolute troll. Oh my God. Honorable mention number 15 for what team was that?
For
The Indiana Pistons.
this
Oh, you're talking about this
Frederick
guy?
Weiss, he dunked over. I don't know what country he played.
Honorable mention Frederick Weiss as well.
Gotta be a German.
Rodman.
Vice.
But I'm gonna go with Dirk Nowitzki as my favorite power forward. Just revolutionized the big man post fade, made way for some guys like LaMarcus Aldridge. You know, the post fade, the knee lift, unbelievable. To have probably one of the best championships of all time by a team by just one guy, really. I mean, that team played well and the role players played well, but those guys had no business beating LeBron James in a championship, and they did, and Dirk's insane for it, and that's why he's my favorite.
All right. Well, the answer was France, is what team this guy played for. We're gonna watch that dunk right now. So just cause, you know.
6 different angles. That's more than I get in a session.
Imagine.
Oh, I think it's
France team.
right down.
What are you even thinking after that?
Jesus. That man committed a federal crime.
I mean, I kind of get. How do you not just get up and throw a punch? If you're the one, how do you not just punch that dude?
That's
I mean,
fair.
he just completely embarrassed you. You're representing your country, and this guy just dragged his balls clean across your forehead and. Oh my! I mean, I'd punch. I just have to throw a punch. I'd get ejected. I don't know what I'd do.
That's fair. Josh. who you
Yeah,
got?
Austin. I think Austin should know this one. Original, as I like to call him, Big Fella, the big fella. Of course, a Hoyas graduate. Austin, you got any guess? He's technically more of a center, but he plays the four.
Pat?
No.
Greg Oden.
He's a true center. No, Greg Oden. Did he go to Georgetown?
I thought he did.
It's you. No, Greg Monroe is who you're thinking of. That's not
Oh.
Pistons legend, Greg Monroe, of course.
Oh, God.
But no, it is Roy Hibbert.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of when I said Greg Oden. I was thinking of Roy Hibbert.
Roy Hibbert was really fun to watch, especially in college. He's like 7'2". He was super athletic, played good defense, and any given night he could drop 65. So that's just what you love to see.
Right.
You love to see
Oh, yeah.
No, I think he probably, if he averaged more than 12 points in his career, I'll be shocked.
Let's look it up.
I'd be shocked. But yeah, props to Roy Hibbert.
Roy Hibbert averaged 10 points per game on the dot for his career.
Wow, that's passion.
Yeah.
That's passion, dude.
All right. Well, I had a couple that I thought of. Dirk is one of them. Tim Duncan is another one of them. Just another robot that was shit out by the factory that we know as the San Antonio Spurs. But I went with a man who has connections to multiple of my favorite things in basketball, and that is dunking the ball, people that can jump high, the '04 Phoenix Suns, and the Miami Heat. And that man is Amari Stoudemire.
Wow.
Like I said, I got nothing but love.
Big 04 Suns fan over here.
That was Suns teams. I mean, he played for the Suns for 8 seasons, averaged 21 points per game when he was with them. So not only did he do that, he was a 5-time All-Star with the Suns before making his way over to the Knicks and having his best season in the 2011 season as a member of that Knicks team. And he also played for the Miami Heat in 2016, for what that's worth. So Amari Stoudemire, one of the best. Look, I love high flyers, right? I got special spots in my heart for guys like Sean Kemp and guys like Larry Nance Sr. And to some extent Larry Nance Jr. You know, guys that can just dunk the basketball a lot. I like that shit. What do you want from me? All right.
Dunk contest, Aaron Gordon.
Dunk contest, Aaron Gordon. Exactly. You know, a bunch of Miles Bridges today.
That was probably one of the nastiest things I've seen.
Yeah.
They were talking about whether or not it was. They were showing a thing of like whether or not it was Dunk of the Year on Get Up the other day, and I forgot about the Anthony Edwards dunk.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards is bad.
But Miles Bridges actually killed somebody. Actually murdered Clint Capella. Like, is that guy alive? I don't know. He detonated on that man. That was bad. But yeah, Amari Stoudemire is my pick. So Mark, why don't you round us out towards the end here? Jusuf Nurkic is back in the lineup for the Blazers tonight.
Blazers, you like the Blazers over the Celtics tonight, Mark?
I don't like the fact I don't like the fact that this game is on national television and the Heat Suns game is not. That's what I don't like. But
I agree. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to watch the beatdown the Suns are going to lay on them.
Right. You're right. You're right, bro. And the Blazers aren't just going to put up 150 on the Celtics team. Right.
Hey, we're hot. We're hot, baby.
That's great. What? They won like 3 of 10. They're hot.
Yeah, I did 31-3 run on the mighty Denver Nuggets.
Yeah. How do they plan on guarding Jusuf Nurkic?
Dude, I'm hoping
that's a good question considering Jusuf Nurkic is like their third best player.
Little insight. So I was using the living room tonight, you know, and then Mark and Cameron finished streaming, so they came out here, and usually they're like, you know, Mark was being quiet and stuff. I had my mic muted. Then Hannah, my girlfriend, and her friend Brittany.
I didn't know you were live. So you're doing your thing, man. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just explaining to the people.
Hey, get the out. Get out of here,
man.
Mark,
what I said.
Oh yeah, Mark Nunez said he's willing to fuck your dad.
That's nice.
What's the other Mark?
Yeah, other Mark is here.
All of the guys' all-time 5 suck.
That's not true. Hi, other Mark.
Thanks, bro.
You haven't even heard the 5th.
Anyway, then Hannah and her, like our friend Brittany, show up, and Hannah brought me dining hall empanadas.
Not better than the cheesy bread, I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, she knocked on my window like holding this like cookie, and all I could see was the cookie. I was like, what the fuck is going on out there? But anyway, a few honorable mentions for my favorite center of all time. We got Glenn Big Baby Davis.
Followed by
Perkins, another one? Is he another one?
No, not Perk. Jermaine O'Neal. Listen. Oh, Jermaine O'Neal was nasty on the Pacers.
Yeah, he was
filthy.
That's true.
But those two, then Shaq is another honorable mention, as is Bill Russell, obviously. But my favorite center of all time actually plays right now. No, he's an active player. And
Jacob Podol.
No,
it's butchered that name like I didn't think anybody could butcher it.
Podol?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's not Jacob Podol. It's Jakob Pertl. But okay.
Speak American, bro.
Shut up.
Hopefully.
Shut the hell up.
Hopefully he's got some help coming at some point in the next couple of years with a new owner. It's Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh.
I love Cat.
That
I loved him
bum.
at Kentucky. I think he is a legit top 5 sort of guy in the NBA.
Isn't he just like soft as butter?
That's true.
He is very soft. I'll give you that. Very soft. But I've also never seen a center that can do everything like he can as well as he can. Outside of maybe Jokic got him in passing, but everything else I'll take.
Karl-Anthony Towns is so ridiculously talented. I just want to see what he can do with like a competent organization. Someone get him on there.
Yeah, if he goes to a competent organization, Cat's the best player in basketball.
Give me. I don't know if I go that far, but give me literally anywhere. I don't know. Put him on any team that has like a sniff of like a good coach or something.
I tell
like that.
you put him on the 2012 Heat, and he's taking him out of contention.
I think Cat could fill up a wildlife reserve with his tears. Okay,
Oh,
I think Cat's a little baby boy.
all
I
right.
appreciate the pick, Mark.
I had 7 family members die over the course of like 6 months, and you're calling him soft.
Well, he was soft before that.
Oh, make me feel bad now. Maybe I'll give his grandma favorite athlete all time next year, next episode. Okay, just to make up for it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Austin. Who is your favorite
All
center? of
right.
all time?
No honorable mentions. I don't think actually. One honorable mention. I have to throw it in there. Mo Bamba, Texas grad.
Oh yeah,
Elite
another
level
honorable
talent.
mention. Give me Taco.
Still progressing. One day he'll be elite. Just wait. And then my favorite center of all time. Everyone here knows it. No question.
Jared Allen.
Jarrett Allen. The king himself, the fro. Some ferocious dunks, some ferocious blocks. Still looks like he's just not all there in the head when he plays. But once he starts becoming an athlete out there, he has a chance to be a really, really good center. He's already good. He plays good. But I don't. My team doesn't stand for good. We don't have Sviatoslav Mikhailuk for no reason. We win games. Jared Allen's going to be great.
I do like me some Jared Allen. Not where I thought you would have gone, but I do like me some Jared Allen. Josh, what about you?
Marcus Stroman just got a walk. That's pretty cool. Like walked as a hit. That was pretty cool. So honorable mentions. I'm trying to think of. Shaq would definitely be an honorable mention. Just for the bit, I'll say Alonzo Mourning as well.
Love Alonzo Mourning.
And then for my real pick, a lot of people. Mark has mentioned the Birdman. I think did Austin mention IT? Well, no, he didn't make it anyways. A lot of people on this dream team. I picked the heart and soul of that dream team. I picked the passion of the dream team. I picked the sweat of that dream team. Pat Ewing is my favorite player of all time from center. Big Pat. Love the guy. Like just big body. The worst thing ever is the dunk from Scottie Pippen on him. And that's what you do, though. You get up and you got to throw a punch at a man. When you get degraded like that, the only thing you can do is get up and throw a big fist at that man's face.
Dude, every time I watch that video of Shaq dunking on a guy and shoving him to the ground,
Oh my god!
I would have got up with a gun and shot Shaq.
Like, that's what I'm saying. What are you supposed to do, man? Emasculates you on live television. I mean, you just have to punch someone.
Well, with mine, I got a couple honorable mentions. One of them being David Robinson. Love me the Admiral. I think I've mentioned my love for him on the show many a times before. Shaq, obviously, for my money, pound for pound, the single most dominant force in NBA history is Shaquille O'Neal. And I will fight to the grave with that opinion. So I'll stick around that. Alonzo Mourning is also one of my favorites. He's also, I'll share my screen again here. One of the parts of one of my favorite stories in basketball history. So I don't know if you guys have seen this dunk before. Vince Carter, when he played for the Nets, annihilated Alonzo Mourning, sent him to the land of wind and ghosts. And fun fact about this story, we'll watch the dunk first before I tell the story.
Center roles, he'd have no Shaq, according to his coach. Too many turnovers, hosting the Nets. Scotty, there were some cracks here. Surface.
It's John Anderson.
Okay. On Van Gundy's strategy of ball sharing, Gary Payton. If I was the coach, I'd
Can you
do it
guys hear it
different way
right?
If he wants to play.
Yeah.
You got to play that way. That's just the way the coach is. Coach
I didn't realize
Stan
Stan Van
is a
Gundy was the coach of the
wants
Heat
to
back
get
in 05.
everybody involved. Said another
I
way,
didn't realize Gary Payne was such a bitch in 05.
Can't get it over so, but then
Oh.
10.
Yeah. So
Trev.
fun story about that dunk. After Vince Carter committed homicide on the court in Miami in 2005, according to him, Alonzo Mourning didn't speak to him for 3 or 4 years after that dunk happened. So that's one of my favorite stories in basketball history.
Yeah,
He got
that'll get you on the
violated
blacklist.
so badly that he just stopped speaking to him. Yeah. Look, Miami Heat legend, one of the very few players that had their numbers retired by the Miami Heat. Always love Alonzo Mourning. But my answer is, again, another one I've talked about on this podcast. A guy who should, for the love of God, get this man in the Hall of Fame this year. It's Ben Wallace, everybody. All right? Ben Wallace, for my money, pound for pound, because he's not very tall of a man, right? Pound for pound is up there with Shaq as the single most dominant force in NBA history. 6'9", this guy was something like that, right? He was 6'9".
Yeah, 6'9".
Yeah.
And I know the response, right? Ooh, he only averaged 6 points a game for his career. That's true. That's true. But he's one of, I think, is he the only player with, give me a second here. He's got 3 straight years of 3+ blocks a game. I'm trying to look for, he won 4 defensive player of the year in a row, right?
Oh yeah, I think it was 4.
I think it was 4.
I'm looking for it. Right
Oh
now.
yeah. Oh yeah.
It was not
No.
4 in a row.
It was 4 total.
It was 4 total. He won it in 02 and 03, and then again in 05 and 06. So he's
Oh.
one of the very few to win 4 Defensive Players of the Year award. The absolute anchor of that Pistons team that won the championship. And to be quite honest with you, it's shocking how strong of a man Ben Wallace was. Like if you watch a film of him playing basketball, yeah, someone who is 6'9" and 240 should not be as strong as Ben Wallace is. This shouldn't be.
Agreed.
To be 100% honest with you.
Big boy.
Should not be as much of a force as Ben Wallace was on the court. He's one of the best defenders in NBA history. He's one of the best. He's one of the most underrated big men of the 21st century. And for the love of God, that man needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
True.
ASAP. Should have been a couple years ago. But, you know, you can sneeze on a basketball one time for the 52 Celtics and you'll be in the Hall of Fame, but you play good for any other team and you have to fight tooth and nail to get in.
What's that? Are
Mark.
you disrespecting Dan Sharman right to my face?
Probably. I've never even heard of that loser.
He was one of the retired numbers last week.
And fun fact, Dan Sharman also founder of the toilet paper.
Yeah, big toilet paper tycoon Sharman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't come after big toilet paper. They'll get
Imagine
you.
if,
Yeah,
imagine
don't
if
get-
Ben Wallace played in the 1810s like Bill Russell.
Dude, if Ben Wallace played back in Bill Russell's days, I mean, Ben Wallace is legitimately just Bill Russell, but stronger, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're the same size.
I don't think
Yeah,
he's as skilled offensively.
No,
But
he's not as skilled offensively. That's true.
I mean,
I don't think he
Russell-
would have had to be, but
He's not. Yeah, they're different skill sets, right? Like I think Bill Russell obviously more talented
Mhm.
than Ben Wallace. As much of a bully though.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'd pay to watch one of those guys in that era try and guard Ben Wallace.
Or I'd pay to watch somebody from that era try to get a rebound over Ben Wallace. You know, Ben Wallace might have averaged 30 rebounds a game if you played back in the 60s. It would have been insane. Yeah, but Ben Wallace is the man. Any other honorable mentions that you might have thought of over the course of the show? Anybody you care to mention?
Bill Lambier for me, murdering people on the court. That's
Mark
huge.
will be very happy to hear that.
That's huge
Mark-
in my book.
Mark is a huge Bill Lambier guy just because he likes players who punch people.
Oh, I
You got
love
Mark
the
Twos?
violence. Of
I
course.
we can get his right now.
Yeah, what's it? He was belittling ours. What's his top 5?
Hey, Mark.
What?
Get in here.
No.
Yes,
Don't tell me what to do.
please.
Why?
They want your all-time favorite starting 5.
Nunez got Jeff Pass and he couldn't get other Mark.
You had a baseball reporter,
Yeah.
not the guy I live with.
That's my favorite.
That's
Favorite,
true.
Not best favorite.
That's true.
Get on camera. Come on.
I don't like being with that. Jeez.
Why? You got to show off that cute
Bring with
little
a face cam
I just
every
use
night.
the face cam. What? Oh, my
All
own.
right.
Who do I like? Probably one Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
Solid. 2 George Gervin.
Hmm.
3
Nice,
Larry
man.
Bird. 4 Dr. J.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And 5 probably Kareem.
All right.
Okay. That's solid.
That was a good list.
The reason I called you over here is because Austin just mentioned one of his honorable mentions for centers was Bill Lambier.
I like Bill Lambert. I apologize for shitting on your guys' starting 5s. I didn't actually hear any of yours.
No, they do suck.
Good.
You were
I'm
right.
being honest.
You were right about that. They weren't good. So
Yeah, they're all terrible. We're all
You're
really
good, bro.
thank you, other Mark.
Hey, it's
Thanks, man.
do whatever.
exactly.
Who? All right. Someone's got to tell me since I'm a loser. Who's number 2? Who is that guy?
You know who George Gervin was?
Oh, George Gervin.
Yeah.
Seen him on my team stuff.
The Iceman, dude. He's one of
An
the
old
coolest
Laker.
players out there. Yeah.
I'll give you guys a good honorable mention here. Big importance to the Pistons franchise. Ron Artest.
Mm. Big importance to the Pistons franchise.
Austin's literally just picking people who fight. Artest.
And elbow people in the skull on the middle.
Gilbert
Big
of the
Arenas.
Palace at the Palace guy.
Yeah,
Gilbert
yeah.
next?
Gilbert Arenas.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Gilbert Arenas is one of the best shooters out there. All right.
I like
Okay.
guys who bring guns into the locker.
Yeah, how about Chris Paul taking the underground tunnel to the other team's locker room?
I
Remember
like.
that story?
Was that when the
Yes,
police
I
were
remember
called?
that story.
I think there's got to be this guy only because just on the basis that he fucks. So like you have to put Magic in the honorable mentions.
Oh,
God damn it. I hate this show, man.
can I put mid TV timeout? Pulled his waistband out too far, LeBron.
What a real
Or-
one I did.
Or
forget to
leak
mention.
Snapchat Draymond.
Oh no.
Yeah, next week's team full of leaked nudes teams.
Damn. Best celebrity sex tapes. Top 5.
That played sports.
Yeah.
Oh no.
An actual honorable mention I have is Celtics Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, brother, that guy stinks.
And on that note, Jesus.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I
the
see.
first time he was on the Celtics averaging 20 a game, 29 a game. I don't care
I know
about
we're all
That's
having
true.
fun here, Mark,
The
but we're
fi-
throwing
the
out
50
losers. I
The
mean,
50-point game after his sister died was incredible.
Oh my God.
she may be on my list next week too. Who's to say?
Oh yeah, honorable mention Kelsey Plum at point guard or shooting guard.
Snapchat Draymond might be the funniest thing ever.
Oh god. Do you think anyone's favorite player is Draymond Green?
I sure hope not.
If that exists, they should be in a mental hospital.
You know
I don't
who?
give a shit if it's Draymond's mother. All right, she's gotta
Austin.
like Steph more than him, right?
I don't know if you remember this kid, but I hope you do.
Oh.
Definitely Austin Shaw, his favorite 2015 when they were winning championships. He was like, dude, I love Draymond Green, dude. I don't know what it is.
What is wrong? Like I have a funny story about him. I took my 5-hour with him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's like 4 years older than me. We were taking our 5-hour together when I was 18. I took it with him. And that dude was
Dude, this dude had a Colts jersey on one day, and as soon as the Saints won the Super Bowl, he walked in with a Saints jersey the next day.
He was a bandwagon up the wazoo. Oh.
He had Bears jerseys. He had so many different jerseys.
Packers jersey. I mean, I think he had a jersey for every team in the NFC North.
But the Colts to the Saints swap was the most insane thing I've ever seen done.
Oh, what a jackass.
I just want to say real quick, my girlfriend is currently T-posing on me.
Oh, shit.
She's behind the computer going like this, and it's rather intimidating. I don't know what to do.
What's that? What does that mean? What's it supposed to get you to do? I don't understand.
It's just a meme thing.
Oh,
Josh doesn't get it. He's not hip with it.
I'm not in meme culture. I'm sorry. It's probably very.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
it's probably very funny.
Help.
Yeah.
Excuse me. All right.
Are we about to wrap up?
Yeah.
Say one thing before we close. Tomorrow, when the episode gets released, so it'll be on Wednesday, the 14th. Happy birthday to host Austin.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ooh.
What is that, Austin? 23 tomorrow?
Yeah, 23 and me.
Yeah, 23 and Austin.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
For
Congratulations.
Austin's birthday, and we can say it how it works next week on the show. Austin, I'm giving you a free $100 bet tomorrow on the book.
No, I don't like that pressure.
Wow.
Yes.
I
You
don't
pick
like
whatever
that
you want.
pressure.
I cover.
Wow.
Wow.
I like the
That's your birthday
Pirates
Uh,
money line. No, sorry, Pirates Sabres parlayed.
50 on each. You're gonna go half and half on the Pirates and Sabres tomorrow.
Pirates are stomping the Padres 8-4 right now.
Oh, brother. All right. Happy early birthday to Austin. In the meantime, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Hot Stove Pod. That's at Hot Stove Pod on Twitter. And here on the YouTube side, make sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, smash the notification bell as well, and leave a comment if you feel like commenting. I hope you liked this episode. We had a lot of fun recording it. We'll be back next week with another episode of the Hot Stove Podcast. So we love you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Peace.